If you love animals, you have plenty of options. You can volunteer at a local shelter to visit the pets that are always thankful to have someone take them on a day trip, or just spend a little time with them.
You could also pay a visit to the zoo and feast your eyes on a few more exotic animals, possibly learning a thing or two in the process. Of course, both of these activities make for a good time. But how about taking it to the next level? We're talking a lot more than just using your eyes. Maybe you could do yoga with a kangaroo, perhaps a glass of wine with a sloth, maybe even take a swim with some otters.
Oh, that sounds so much
Would be
fun.
fun.
That's just the beginning, though. We are happy to be back here again with our friends from Coastal Wilds. This is Josh Mueller, along with Zach Bova, the brand manager. Thank you both for being here this afternoon.
Love being here.
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by this little guy right here. I barely got through your name. So who do we have here?
So this is Skittles. Skittles is what we call a curl-crested arsari. So they're in the toucan family. That's why we can see like the big beak on him here.
Yeah.
So with being in the toucan family, they're going to be like a frugivore, which just means they like to eat a lot of fruit.
Okay.
And so they can use these big beaks to help them to be able to get those different fruits, to break them up. And it's cool to watch him eat because they just like toss it up and catch it when they do it.
Wow.
So yeah, so he'll like pick it up and then he kind of tosses it and then like swallows it as he does that.
Wow.
He's really aware of everything that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
He's keeping an eye on you, but yet he's looking around a lot.
He's always trying to be able to see like what's going on. Sometimes I think he's thinking about where he could go next. But he doesn't really explore too often. I mean, he's content just hanging out with us and listening and seeing. And so I got like a little toe hold on him right here, so that way he can't get too far from me because he can fly if he wants to. Yeah, because his wings work just fine. We don't clip his wings or anything. And so every now and then he takes a little flight somewhere.
But you got his toe. What other kind of animals do you have?
So we've got 41 different species at the park. So there's definitely a wide range going from different birds. We've got otters, like you guys said, kangaroos, sloths, aardvarks. We've got a zebra now. So that way, his name's Bones. He's a little guy. And then we even have some farm animals like donkeys and chickens and goats as well. So got a little bit for everybody, depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah. Sure. And Zach, you guys offer, I guess, experiences with folks who visit Coastal Wilds. What kind of experiences?
So at Coastal Wilds, we focus on really up close, very hands-on encounters as much as possible. So you may have an add-on encounter with a capybara where you can feed Harley a piece of lettuce. Or you might actually be able to swim with the otters for 45 minutes if you book that encounter with us. You'll sit there with a kangaroo right next to them, petting them and seeing how they move and how they interact with the other kangaroos. It's just a different bonding experience that you rarely get at any other kind of zoo.
There's an education facet to this as well.
Sure, yeah, we have wonderful educators. All of our guides are very well educated and give these really detailed, very personal facts about each of the animals on our tours. So as you walk through the park, you'll encounter each of those animals, and even the ones that you can't go hands-on with, you'll learn a lot from just because of the facts that they know and the personal experiences that they have with those animals.
All right, well, you can probably hear we have other animals in the studio, so what are you going to bring up next?
All right, so we're going to swap out. So we'll go from this colorful guy to something a little different.
He's still looking around.
And this is?
So that's Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah. Rachel's our helper today.
How much fun is it to work with all of these animals?
It's great. And the fun thing is like no day is the same. I mean, you never know what to expect. So there's always spontaneousness, and it definitely brings.
Ooh.
All right, so this is for you guys to help us out here. So we've got one, and we've got two.
What do I have in my hand?
So these are
I saw something like this that I thought came from my dog. I guess
these are going to be African giant millipedes. So these are
he's moving. He's moving. He's moving.
Oh yeah, it's really weird when they start walking on you.
He's going to start walking on me.
There's a chance.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this.
So luckily,
that's the first time she's ever done that. Mine's just not going anywhere. So tell us about the millipede.
All right, so So you would think because millipedes in the name, they would have like 1,000 legs, but they
Right.
don't. It's closer to like 400 legs.
Oh,
that are
that's
on
all.
them. Yeah, that's it. But so they're gonna eat like decaying things. So generally like the vegetation that's on the ground that's like rotting away, like that's what they'll end up eating. So you can
Right.
see the legs all on me.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
that's
pretty
what
cool.
freaked me out. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's a weird thing.
Okay, so why is he moving and he's not, or she's? Why is one moving and the other's not?
Just hanging out and sleeping. I can switch with you if you want to
Yeah,
feel
why don't you
moving.
switch? I want you to feel what I just felt.
I'm just curious.
But they have this exoskeleton that this is going to help them, be protected from animals. But the one thing that they can do is if they feel threatened, like something is going to try to eat them, their body will actually secrete a toxin.
Really?
And it's supposed to be like similar to like cyanide, they
Yeah.
say, and it's supposed to poison that animal then that's trying to eat them. So like for us, like it won't really harm us. Like your skin's not going to melt off or anything. But
I think he was reassuring me in that
yeah,
particular case.
yeah, definitely want to give you that reassurance. But they can get up to a foot long. So
Really?
it's pretty cool how big that they can
These
get.
are what, 8 inches, 10 inches long?
I think maybe even just, probably around like 6 to 8 inches right now.
Excuse me, and 400 legs.
Yep.
They always have 400 legs.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yours is starting to move now.
oh, there we go.
Excuse me.
We're opening up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll latch on and hold. You got the antennas in the front. That's
Right.
going to help them to be able to detect sound and to help them with navigating.
He probably did not like when I started screaming.
You're just like, what's wrong? I'm just trying to open up and say hi.
I know. I'm sorry, bud. I
you-
freaked out there.
Are you more of an otter person?
I'm more of an otter person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
We got
Yeah.
some otters.
We can definitely swap it out for otters.
All right.
So these are an example of one of the animals that we would bring along our mobile education programs. Some
There
of the
you go.
smaller guys like bearded dragons and even these millipedes that we help educate kids at schools with on our field trips there and different visits.
I think he pooped on
Do
you.
you
No, it's just the leaf.
do you name them?
So for the millipedes, we do try to name them, but we have 10 of them. So sometimes it's hard because they all
To tell Phil from Phyllis. I get that. Yeah, I understand that. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All
it's
right.
cool to see all the different legs moving on them, in like that locomotion state.
That is really cool.
All right.
It's cool to see it on your hand.
Lisa wants to see the otter.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah.
to see
I'm
the
going to
otter.
play with the.
See what's
Why
that?
did he point it out? Leave it alone. Why can't I play it?
She doesn't like really holding them very much either. So
Oh, thank
she was moving fast. But
Oh, you're right. I did get all over my.
that's one of the fun things about working with animals. You just
Yeah.
never know where they're going to go.
That's right.
Oh,
Literally
look
where
at this
they're
little
gonna
guy
go.
here.
And this is who is this?
All right. So this is going to be Triton. And so Triton is going to be one of our Asian small-clawed otters. So this is going to be the smallest species of otter. You want to come over and say hi to some people?
Well,
there
he
we
is
go.
just.
And we're going to play on the iPad a little bit.
Hi. How are you?
This has got to be an amazing experience for people who come.
Oh, I mean, everybody just dies with this part for
yeah,
100%.
it's bucket list.
Yeah. So what we'll do, the only way to interact with them is going to be through our otter swims. We have 2 different options this year. So we do what we call the ultimate otter swim,
Yeah.
where you're going to be able to do the whole tour. We have all of our encounters included with it. You'll swim with the otters to the end. It's a complete package. There's nothing left behind. Or if you just want to swim with the otters, you're really not interested in a tour or any other parts, you can just do that and be able to swim with them for about 45 minutes
How
on the
could you
tour.
not do the rest of it?
I mean, yeah, I agree. Most people that come, they want to do all of it.
Right.
So, like, I recommend doing the ultimate swim. But there's some people, they're like, we just want to swim. That's
Yeah.
all we want. I'm like, all right.
So I take it these guys don't feel threatened by someone the size of a human in the water with them.
So, I mean, we bottle raise them. So they've known us from day one as far as being humans go. So that helps them to be more comfortable with us and not feel of us as like a threat.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
they're
they-
very comfortable
They
with
are,
you.
yeah, and very inquisitive. So they're menaces. They will constantly try to get into things they're not supposed to.
He's
just
looking
what
for
they do.
trouble.
Where
He
you
is
going,
definitely
sir?
looking for trouble.
Oh my goodness.
So if folks want to reserve a spot, how do they do that? How do they?
The best way is to go to our website, coastalwilds.org. Right at the top there's book now, and reservations are open for this summer and for April when we open back up again. Now, if you really want to do something special for Valentine's Day, we have ottergrams available. So you can get a custom-made Valentine's Day gram for your loved one.
It's got little tiny otter paw prints all over it.
They climb all over them and paint them all for us. We'll put a custom message in there that you want.
And that's if you love Valentine's Day. If you hate Valentine's Day, maybe it's not your favorite holiday,
Right.
we also have an option where we'll send you a video of them getting a little ferocious eating a fish that you can attach anyone's name to.
Oh my goodness. All in the name
That's awesome.
of love.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
that's not enough, we have some new shirts that are out right now too.
That are otter themed.
Yeah.
And,
Oh
perfect
my
for Valentine's
goodness.
Day or anytime, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Zach and Josh,
Yes.
thank you. Coastal Wilds. We're going to put all this information on our website, delmarvalife.com. Just click on what's happening today so you can have experiences with these animals.
I start to say you're not going to take that back with you, are you? But I could suddenly think perhaps it'd be a good idea if they did, because I can't imagine all the things this one would be getting into.
A lot to get into
Lot to get
around
into.
here. Thank you so much.